Big up to all those in YouTube land. The Blues take 3 points at Stamford Bridge at Brighton's expense, but the fallout of the performance is a bit up and down. Let's get into this. Big up to all those in YouTube land. I am back again, Blues Brothers, episode 30, baby, with JPT and Pram, the usual suspects. How you doing, boys? You guys good?
Yeah, man. Doing great.
yeah. JPT's had a day of it, man. I don't blame him for pulling that face. But what you saying, Prime? You good? Okay, Notorious. He's awfully quiet.
My bad, my mic was muted.
You're bad. Your mic was muted. Well, big up, bro. How you doing?
Yeah.
You good?
I was out drinking.
It's
It
muted
was
again.
very tiring.
Oh, big up TT in the building as well. How you doing, brother? You alright, yeah?
As alright as I'll ever be.
Fair enough. That's the optimistic answer there from TT. Right, now, boys, as you all know, we had a reasonably good 3 points on was it Saturday? Sunday?
Saturday, I think.
Saturday. It always feels the same at the moment. But yeah, there's been a lot of fallout from the performance and how we performed and how going forward and defensively. There's been some noise about that. Now, just quickly, because I don't want to spend too much long talking about Brighton, and I'll start off with TT because he was the latest arrival, so he can go first. Give me your opinion, bro, on what you thought of the performance the other day against Brighton. Oh, Prime's gone. Probably we come back.
TT, you there?
Tyrone, you there? Everyone's falling apart now. We've had one drop out and one's gone on mute. All right, JPT, until TT's ready to talk, you got to give me your performance analysis of what you thought about Brighton the other day. You're on mute.
That I unmuted it. Overall, it was good. I mean, got the win, comfortable. It was Cole Palmer versus Brighton from what it looked like. Scoreline didn't really reflect how good Chelsea were. That could have easily been 7, maybe even 10. If Palmer, he had 2 goals disallowed, and then had 3 assists probably taken away from him. Jackson and was finding the net. He looked a little bit uncomfortable up front. Looked like he was holding the ball too much. But overall, the attack, I'm not going to criticize the attack too much, except for maybe Noni. I think he might have been probably the worst in our attack. But when everyone's sitting the levels pretty high right now, it's kind of hard to ignore. Main concern, defense and the goalkeeper, or not even defense, more so the center back and the goalkeeper, Fofana. You argue that he was at fault for the first goal, and people want to yell at Sanchez for coming off his line incorrectly. I hardly agree, but he's also dealing with a situation that could have easily been avoided. Everything else, midfield, Caicedo, it's more so that he's getting that $115 or pound was it price tag? Sorry, is showing its worth. Enzo's looking better in the pivot with him. He's going more forward and making a difference in transition. And Levi looked good. Cucurella, I don't think made any bad steps. And Gusto, it's making it seem like we are not really missing Reece James.
I want to talk about Nevi Colwell. It's funny you mentioned him because he was at fault a couple of times on the side. But his performance flatters to deceive, and I'll tell you why.
I thought it was more. I thought it was more so Fofana that he was leading to those mistakes. I know Levi's was the first one because he made the clearance, but he took off the deflection.
Yeah, it was a sloppy clearance to be fair, and I think one of his defensive headers actually led to the second goal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I
because
try to remember that one.
it was trying to, it was because second balls were a nightmare for. But I do feel like, yeah. Go on. Before I give my thoughts on the game, is that what you're going to say about it, JP? You got anything else to say? Because I'll throw it over to TT again. Because if it's Prime and TT, you got your mic sorted out, yeah? Is everyone good? Prime went
Yes,
unmuted.
sirree.
Oh, there you go. There's Tyrone.
All right.
Cool.
But just yeah, last word. The one thing I'll just say off of that is that well, for the first goal, Levi was the one that did clear out the ball, but took the deflection. But it was because Fofana took too long to make a decision on whether to pass it straight to Sanchez or just boot it to the side. So again, put in a situation because that made Caicedo hesitate and just Levi's in front of me, just send it to him. He'll send it up. But again, in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, overall, the pretty good overall team performance. And yeah, but Fofana and Noni probably just need to be looked at, and Sanchez as well.
TT, what's your thoughts on the game against Brighton? Because I know you would have gone over it with a fine tooth comb in your own time.
Yeah, well, I came on to the watch along in the latter stages, but when I went over the match again, I realized that it was way more even than a lot of people had thought. I mean, the statistics speaks for itself. There's a lot of shots. The only difference is that we had two more shots on target than Brighton. That in terms of looking at stats, and the second half we allowed them to have more of the ball. But as JPT was just saying a while ago, that we didn't make it easy. There's lots of mistakes in the game, not only from Chelsea but from Brighton. I mean, the goals that we scored, most of them were from mistakes, and the two goals that ended up being scored by Brighton
from mistakes
came from mistakes. So for a failed clearance, I think it was by Levi. I think Casado passed it back to him and he was trying to clear it, I think. And then obviously
yeah, it was a
we
short
know how the
pass. He
second
just
goal
blasted
happened.
it across the floor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was just poor passing. Poor passing led to the two goals. Sanchez doing nonsense for both goals. I don't know why. I don't know if he thought he was Superman or anything. He just lunged himself towards trying to punch the ball out and he failed miserably. But there's also positives. I mean, we won the game, we didn't lose, so that's a positive on its own. But in terms of the output, the fact that we had opportunities to make the game more comfortable, in terms of the second half, and we simply didn't take them, it shows that the creativity level is going up, and my thoughts. I know your thoughts, Wolfie, about the defense. You've always made it clear that you think that we should have invested in getting somebody who's actually experienced and not Tosin, who people are still, saying that you have to see what he'll do. But I generally think that, in terms of the rules that the defense has, if you're gonna win matches, your defense has to be reliable. And yes, it was reliable in other matches where they were resolute. Winning 1-0 against Bournemouth, that speaks for itself. But in terms of the whole situation with the defense and being reliable and being consistent, that isn't there. And it's the same tale as last season, where we were able to score a lot of goals, because we did score a lot of goals last season. It's not like we struggled to score goals. We scored goals, but the problem is that the defense let us down. And we drew matches that if we were more resolute, if we were more decisive, if we didn't make mistakes that were avoidable, then we would not be in the situation that we were in. But the game was obviously a positive, because we ended up outscoring the opponents, and obviously we saw Cole Palmer making history. But looking at the game, looking at the fact that we were able to actually get um, goals and take advantage of the high line that Brighton were playing with, and all of that. That is a positive on its own. But there's a lot of work still need to be done. I'm happy with the progression, but as I would have seen on X, I'm not gonna be too excited, because the exact same thing happened with Graham Potter. We had a very well. The only difference is that Graham Potter's start would have been in the first 6 games we didn't lose a match, but we ended up doing that for the first match, well, 2 matches, since the season has started. So that's the only difference. But is the progression what what I would have been expecting from Maresca? I've seen it at a quicker pace in terms of progression. Switching the team against Borough, switching a lot of the personnel and still being able to actually play as if no change was made. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot that needs to be done. The defense doesn't give me much confidence, and for those fans that actually think that Chelsea are in a title race, I know Fabrizio Romano has probably fed that narrative that a lot of fans have, but I generally think that that's obviously not the case. And I think you mentioned this on Saturday as well, that I think it should be a case where we try to get we aim to try to get as much points as possible, and then we build from there rather than to try to rush the process and just work with it. Try to win a trophy. If we can win a Conference League or something, then do that. But don't set the standard that high and leave yourself disappointed because the team isn't ready. The defense alone proves that the team isn't ready.
On what you just said about when you said about the beginning of what you said about the statistics, I do believe that as a game closest comparison would be Wolves against Wolves in terms of we just took more of our chances than what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, at times, it's yeah, I'm getting my full Darth. I'm getting my full Emperor, bro. Darth Sidious the lot, bro.
Do it.
Defend well, young Skywalker. I'm afraid the defenses will be very operational when your friends are right. Well, I wish the defenses were operational.
It's Wolf Palpatine. This is what we're calling it for now.
Yeah, but I agree with you, TT. It was a very open game, too open. But to be honest, Cole Palmer could have had 8 goals in the first half, like you just said. I fully agree with what you just said. But as much as the defensive play annoyed me, the attacking play was good at times. It just needed that bit more comprehensiveness. And I got a feeling like Enzo Mascala as a manager is he's more on the attacking side of football, if you know what I mean, than the defensive side. I don't think he's naturally worried about it so much. But also going into what you just said, if you're going to play like that, you need really top draw defenders that know how to cover space, kill space, defend one-on-one. And we never really placed that quality centre back. We got centre back in numbers, but maybe not in quality, if you know what I mean. Because I don't know if there truly is a centre back pairing that we've got at the moment that any of us are comfortable with. Not truly. So it's interesting to see how Enzo is going to develop that, because it's really, is he going to take any concern over the defense, or is he just purely, because he even said in his press conference, his interview at the end, he is about making chances. Currently on the look to find a Dutch ball called Eric Ten Hag. Chelsea look promising so far, but let's see if you guys are consistent. That's always the name of the game. Oh, Orist as manager. Yeah. I'm Orist in. Are you Orist in or Orist out? That's what we need to know. Like Prime, right? What's your thoughts on the game on Saturday, bro? Give me your take on it. How did you see the game? If the Notorious is with us.
The first half was very chaotic and intense. Like a basketball game. The second half, you had a lot more control. Brilliant second half from Caicedo and Enzo in terms of that. In terms of the 2 goals that we conceded, bozo mistake from Sanchez. There's no reason why you need to come out that far as a goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't even end up punching the ball. That's like, no goalkeeper does that at all. No top level or even good level goalkeeper does that. That's just so much of this bozo. And then the second goal, you're basically passing the ball to the opposition. Sloppy play. Like, people can talk about our defense, and I have a lot of question marks for them too, but Maresca has seemed to find a partnership and he wants to stick with it, which is fine. But I think as of right now, and again, I think as of right now, the biggest the biggest problem, and we'll see how far it will be come, say, January or the end of the season, is Sanchez. I think we had a better goalkeeper. If we had a better goalkeeper, I think our centre backs would probably feel a lot more calm. You know.
Mm. Well, do you?
And also, our defense will get better once our midfield is actually a lot more, like, solid. I mean, that the second half was the first time, like, all season. Well, do I say all season? Well, yeah. Second half was the first time all season, I would say, when I've really, like, trusted how solid midfield has been without Lavia. I think without Lavia, Caicedo and Enzo need to really, like, they need to start building up a partnership, and hopefully this is now the start of that, start of a real understanding. And because without Lavia, it's just like a massive hole in that midfield, which just exposes our defense and exposes Sanchez, which I don't like. But yeah, it was a good game. I like how Maresca, he dropped our defensive line a little bit. So we weren't playing the high line, it was Brighton. I like how he changed things up tactically as well. Yeah, just like there's no complaints. The amount of chances that we created from that game, Palmer should have scored like 7. Jackson could easily have had a hat trick on a different day.
Yeah, that's true.
He could have battered them. That should have been 10-0. He really could have battered them. Same thing with West Ham. We should have battered West Ham by more. We probably could have scored a little more against Wolves as well. But yeah, I'm liking how the team's looking from an attacking point of view, which was always going to happen with the quality of attackers that we have. But it's just, I guess, kind of getting the right balance a bit defensively. Sanchez and our centre backs making like less mistakes, but that's going to come with time. Again, Fofana hasn't played in almost 2 years, and like Colwell, he's still young, and he hasn't played centre back all season like last year. He was playing as a left back, so like they still have to learn together. Do I think either of them will be top level centre backs or anything? I personally don't think so, but Maresca seems to want to trust them for now. So let's just see what the manager thinks of it. And as of right now, it's working because we've kept 3 or 4 clean sheets, and we've owned the goals we've conceded. Most of the goals we've conceded this season have been due to individual error, not system based. So if those players just like stop making mistakes, we'll concede less goals. Which is actually quite interesting because during preseason, the goals we were conceding was due to our system. But now we're not conceding any goals because of the system. The system is working. It's the individuals within it. And the owners have shown that if you're not performing, we'll get new players. So like these guys have to start performing now, our centre back. So, but again, we'll see. We're playing Forest this weekend, which will be a tougher test for them in terms of like Forest's counter-attacking threat of Elanga, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Taiwo Awoniyi. So that'll be Taiwo Awoniyi is like a physical striker. So that'll be a proper. They're not playing like a Welbeck or a Jared Bowen. They're playing a proper physical striker, and we've seen Colwell last season struggle against physical strikers. So we'll see how that fares for those two.
Fair enough. Tyrone, JBT, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, with what you said about the defense, especially with the center backs, do you think that did you hear Maresca's press conference with the statement with Sanchez that to not worry about the goals conceded like the second one?
Yeah, that's what I said about, and he said he was more concentrated attacking football.
Right, because he's saying like we're expected to concede 10 more times like this. Did that guy or did that statement kind of rub you the wrong way?
I don't know what he said. What was the quote? Do you remember the quote?
He said that it was a question regarding to Sanchez causing the second goal, and he was saying like well, it's nothing to worry about. When you play in this system, you're expected to concede 10 more times like this. So kind of more so like making mistakes. Of course, like playing from the back, it seems to work for Chelsea. I do think that once that with Brian with the Highline that they were playing, I didn't see no problem with us just booting it straight up, and we were finding spaces through them all day. It kind of reminded me of the Spurs game when they went down to 9 and they were still playing the high line. It was just exposed. But
Mm.
but with that statement, with us playing from the back, we're expected to concede like 10 more times, like this, like off mistakes. Does that kind of rub you the wrong way, or did you just like not mind? It's like it's true. What you expect? Any thoughts about the statement?
Well, this is what I was asking because it seems as though the philosophy of the manager is going to be about going forward. It's not going to be about balance. It's not going to be about the defensive solidity. It's going to be about how much we can attack, how many goals we can score, how many chances we made. Maybe defending's not top of this guy's list of priorities. You know what I mean? I don't think he's too worried about it, if you know what I mean. I think this guy is more about goal scoring. And if that's the case, is this team actually good enough to do what he wants? Because can we outscore the likes of the Man Cities? Can we outscore the likes of the Arsenals without having a decent defence? And let me ask Tyrone that one. Can we compete with the big teams playing like that? TT, you there? Okay. How about you, Prime? And JPT, do you think we can compete with the big teams playing like that? Or do you think we're going to struggle?
Probably want to go first.
Do I think we'll beat the big teams playing the way we play now?
Yeah, playing this way, yeah.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, like each game will be different, and Maresca has shown so far that he has altered like slight little things while still keeping the same like philosophy to win games. If you mean like competing for the title, no, I don't believe that we're in any sort of title hunt.
Like, no, I mean just generally speaking, if we were to play Liverpool right now.
No, I know what you mean. But yeah, in terms, like, I mean, we play Liverpool after the next international break, or after this international break. So that will be, yeah, we play Liverpool and then I think Newcastle, Man United. Right? Are those the big teams?
Yeah.
Those are going to be tough tests for us, and then let's get through that and see kind of where we lie. And that's why, Wolfie, when we played Man City first game, and like the whole fan base was going crazy, and I kept saying, like, can we give it 10 games? Remember, I kept saying that. Give it 10 games.
Yeah, you said 10 games. I said 4.
Because we have this easy run now. Because now we played 4 or 5 games. Everyone's saying title race. Now, then the next 5, we're going to play difficult teams. And then we can have a Wolves test of where we lie. I think we played Man United at our 10th game. So after Man United, we can then look at it. And then we play Arsenal, I think, our 12th game.
It's either before or after them.
Yeah, so after that, we can look at it and say, okay, where do we actually lie? Are we maybe in an early title race, or do we still have a lot more work to do? I don't believe we're in any sort of title race. I think, can we get top 4? That depends on how good our defense is. But in terms of beating these big teams, I see no reason why not. Because as much as, say, like Arsenal has probably the best, low block in the league. Liverpool look good. They have their world-class players. I think, and then you have Villa, who have Emery. I think those are the only 3 difficult teams facing this league in terms of who we have to play left. We've already played Man City, and Man City, like, we got Man City out of the way early first game. But the way we're looking right now, and the way Man City look with no Rodri, I want to play that game again. So, like, in terms of we have to worry about the big teams and what they have to face, they also have to worry about us. You can't leave Cole Palmer on his own in midfield because he will score a hat-trick out of nowhere. You can't leave Jadon Sancho one-on-one because he can beat your fullback and put in the ball. Jackson, people can say what they want about him, but he's one of the best forwards in this league.
Well, I was going to ask you actually.
And his stats say about that. So that's my thing. Like, we may have a bit of weaknesses in terms of our defense, but there's other big teams that I can name about their weaknesses. Liverpool, I know Gravenberch has started the season well, but he's not a defensive midfielder. I want to see him come up against Cole Palmer and see what he can actually do. Trent at right back is still not good defensively. Robertson, he's finished. So like everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Spurs play that ridiculous high line under Ange that will easily get exposed. Arsenal don't really have like attacking threat per se. It's mainly just defense and scoring from set pieces. So
Exactly.
like we'll see. Again, we'll see how where things lie when we face these teams. I'm not getting too carried away. This season we've started how I've expected us to start out. That's why I wasn't going crazy after the Man City game. So I don't know if I've answered your question there. Maybe I waffled for a long time. But.
You're good, man. You're good. You're good. Is Tyrone back with us yet? Is he woken up yet? Oh, he's back.
I wasn't asleep.
So why when I asked you, didn't you talk? Well,
my background is very, very loud at times, so that's why.
Okay.
All right, okay, so you didn't
No
hear.
worries,
All right, well, let me ask you this, yeah, and I'm going to ask the other boys as well, Tyrone. Give me your thoughts on Jackson and whether this guy can be lead the line for us long term.
No,
Because
no,
explain why.
no. And I'm gonna say I'm saying no for one reason and one reason only. Yes, a lot of people love when the quote unquote striker. He's not a striker. He's trying to be molded into a striker at times, but he's more of a wide forward player. He's better as a wide forward player. He's not. I wouldn't say he's good enough to lead the line in terms of as a striker. He can lead the line fine if you want fluidity, but no, he shouldn't lead the line because for one, in terms of his profile, in terms of what he can offer, you stifle him playing him as a striker. He's it's better you utilize him where he has the freedom to be wide, and then you have that interchangeability right there rather than you just fling him up there. I'm gonna speak my native tongue, but yeah.
Other class is having trouble with his
That's where we started with his native tongue. I was like,
yeah. Me have trouble with me soup. Okay, JPT, what's your thoughts on Jackson?
I think he's still at a young age. You got to take that in consideration. You see how easily he gets into his head, and how I told you, man. Like it's like he's not going to score after like the second miss, because he just saw like he was getting his lines right of most of the game. It's just he just could not, finish, and even he struggled to get that assist to Palmer. It looked really awkward, but yeah, he got his GA, so I'm happy for him. But I think we still need. It's weird because I do like Nkuku as a second option, but this makes you wonder: did we make the right choice for not going after Victor? But then again, if that's a whole different situation with his agent, or I guess in hindsight or like in perfect world, would it have been making a difference if we signed Victor? I guess it's a better question, which we'll find out soon. I still want to give Jackson time. Uh, he's contributing, but yeah, he is also just shooting himself in the foot with all the misses he's had. It comes with it. Just keep um getting him the ball. He'll if worst comes to worst, he'll find Cole Palmer. Those two connect. Like I don't see no problem with that, and they do have an understanding. So I'll give him. That's one thing he does have an edge on. But yeah, I think he can be something special. But TT's right. He is more of an out wide wing. He was a
Inside
natural
forward.
left winger. Yeah,
Yeah,
inside
he's an
forward.
inside forward on the left.
hmm And but yeah, so it's just they don't get time, they don't get used to it. Because look, even you see as well, strikers that did struggle coming in young. Darwin Nunez, he looked shit. Like especially going to last season. Even with that beatdown we had from Liverpool, they gave him a penalty out of pity, and he still hits the crossbar. It's like now he's looking a little bit better. Shooting misses. Yeah, shooting blinks.
Wait, who hit the crossbar from a penalty?
Nunez when we lost to Liverpool.
Oh, yeah,
Down.
yeah.
I'm saying
Nunez,
he's a striker. He's not an inverted nothing. And yet he struggled. So that's why I'm like, I'm not saying that that's the level like Nunez is like, the if he can't do it, no one can. Type of thing. But yeah, so I think we just gotta give him time.
Prime.
What's the question specifically about Jackson?
Do you think long term he can lead our line?
Potentially, yes. I think like Jackson's a season or two away from like showing people he's a world class striker. He's already one of the best forwards in this league. His stats prove it. His performances prove it as well. He starts for every team in this league, barring Man City.
Again, I
The guy's,
still
the
include
guy's
Villa.
very, the guy's very, very, very good. I think people underestimate him. And like even taking away just the goals, his whole link up play, his ball playing ability, like some of the forwards in this league can't do what he does. When you look at the price we spent on him, was 32 or 35 mil. But yeah, Man United have Højlund for not too much to aim for. Okay. Well, Man United have Højlund and Xerxes. He's better than both of them. Liverpool, I think he starts for Liverpool. He's better than Nunez. He's better than Jota. He starts for.
He starts for
It might
Spurs.
be like debatable, but in my opinion, he starts for Newcastle. He definitely starts for Spurs.
Ooh.
I think he starts for Villa as well. Like people underestimate how good this guy is, and when people say like he's not a striker, he's a winger. At Villarreal, he wasn't playing on the wing. He was playing in 4-4-2. He was playing in a two-man strike partnership up top at Villarreal. That's why his heat map shows him drifting out wide, because he was playing in a two-man. I think he can work in this league, and like even if he's not like an old-fashioned target man striker, the fact that he can also drop deep and link up play helps us this season. It's been helping us this season. I like Jackson. I think he can get between 17 and 20 goals in this league. I think his aim should be 20 goals, which I think he can definitely get with the creativity we have providing him. And if he gets that, then we can start having a discussion that maybe we don't need another striker, because I think the big hole in this team is a goalkeeper. I think that's the big issue that we really need to solve. You know, and as much as I wanted us to sign Victor Osimhen during the summer, and I also wanted Gyökeres, I'm happy we didn't get one, because the way Jackson's performing right now, if he was doing this past year, if this was at a different club, Chelsea fans would be the ones screaming, "Oh, why didn't we sign Nicholas Jackson? Look how well he's doing at, insert club here." Like, the guy's a quality player. People just need to people need to realize this before he really explodes, just how good he is, And also, the guy also, he's getting his, what's the word? He's putting in the time, putting in the work. We haven't bought the finished article. He's gonna need a season or two. He's nowhere near the finished article. Like Palmer's doing what he's doing, but Palmer's a freak. Most players are not like that. Most players need a year or 2 or 3 to go and develop. And Jackson's getting that. That's the point of us signing all these young players, that we're signing talents, and they have to be allowed a year or 2 to develop and actually blossom and grow. So
he just turned 23, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's still young in terms of in-game experience.
No, I'm not saying 23 is young. I'm saying he just turned 20. He's still
last season was his first season, being a consistent starter. At Villarreal, he wasn't a consistent starter. He only played in the second half of the season.
Well, from February onwards, hasn't he got a goal every February last year onwards when we started going up the league? Didn't he start getting a goal every other game? He scored twice against West Ham a couple of weeks ago as well. So personally, I'm with Pam on this one. I like him. I think you should wait until the end of this season to see if there's. But the thing is, he scored 15 goals last year in his first season. So I want to see improvement on that.
I think it's still the same issue from last year, where he has the goals in him. It's just it gets overshadowed by just not even the number, not even the misses. How can be like conceived that like they're easy misses. Like they're like you should have no reason to not put this in the net, but yet somehow you do. And
Sometimes he does the
Yeah,
hard work.
that,
Loves to
that
finish.
I'm
also
saying, but
happens
it
though,
overshadows
bro.
it. But I'm just saying,
Yeah,
but it overshadows him when he does it.
yeah, but that's because he gets over criticized, bro. The amount of
Exactly.
bro, the criticism Jackson gets and the way he's been performing, I didn't see Havertz get this treatment at Chelsea.
That's true.
I didn't say Morata didn't get this treatment at Chelsea
Mason
his
Mount.
first year or so. Like, I think people should like Liverpool fans will still defend Nunez, but Chelsea fans can't back Jackson, and yet he's actually performing for us. Jackson, since the start of last season, he had his goals for Chelsea, his non-penalty goals because he hasn't taken a pen. His non-penalty goals for Chelsea are
We're like
he's
14.
like 1 or 2 away from Salah. He's better than Saka. It's better than Jota. It's better than Nunez. It's better than Watkins. Like, these are some of the best forwards or goal scorers in this league, and he is competing with them. Like, I just think people should just like, and it's annoying because every time he misses, all of a sudden people will get on his back. But the amount of chances I see Haaland misses is unbelievable.
But he'll get away with it because he'll score 2 chances out of like 8.
True. Okay,
He'll
so
get
let me
away
look at
with it.
what. Let me look at Watkins then.
He scored 17. Jackson scored 17 last season.
Yeah.
The
Okay. Let
100
me
City made for
let me
him.
look at. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and also Jackson scored 14 with no pens. If Jackson,
There we
I don't know
go.
how many.
Yeah, I
pens,
agree with you.
Dang,
That's
yeah.
what I said earlier.
I don't know how many
time.
pens. I don't know how many pens we got last season at
Oh,
for
Jesus
Chelsea.
Christ.
But
But Paul
let's
took 'em all.
assume we got 12 and give 10 of them to Jackson. And then let's assume Jackson misses 2 penalties. That's 8 penalties he scores on top of his 14. So what is that? That's 18 penalties?
Yeah. No. Oh, penalties are his goals.
Oh, that's 20. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, 22. So let's give
You would have
8.
got 24. Or,
Yeah,
no.
that's
22.
22.
22,
And
right.
you know what? I'll be harsh and say he takes 10 penalties. He only scores 6. Let's be harsh. He only scores 6. 14
Yeah, but he's still 20
times
goals.
6 is 20. So he ends the season 20 goals, debut season in the Prem, and all of a sudden people are saying, give him time.
But then
Like,
you know what would happen though. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know what happened? He will still get those 20 goals, and they'll be like, yeah, but he could have gone 30 if he was on
Yeah.
point with this. That's
well,
the problem.
no,
They're
I
never
don't think so.
happy. It's
No, I
manja
don't think so. Because he would have got 20. So all of a sudden the narrative is, yeah, he misses a lot of chances, but like he's still got 20 goals. If he just fixes up on his composure, and that 20 goes to like 25, 30 or whatever, like it's just the perception around it is. And again, I'm happy for Palmer scoring for us, whatever. But like if it was
Right.
Jackson taking the penalties, his goal tally goes up, and people look at him different. It's like the whole thing about Drogba at Chelsea. Lampard took all the penalties, but if Drogba was taking 10 pens a season, that's 10 goals added to his tally. All of a sudden, instead of getting like 16 to 20 goals, he's hitting 30, and he looks like a greater striker because of the numbers, even though he's still performing in the same way. So for me, let's see how Jackson ends the season. If he hits 20, I think it's a big conversation that we need to have. I expect him. By the way, if Jackson gets less than 17, because I expect 20, but if he gets less than 17 this season, then he's not the guy that I think he is. Because in this team with the creativity we have, there's no excuses unless he gets a major injury. There's no excuses. You have no AFCON as well. You're not missing. Like, you have no reason not to be able to hit that.
Let's see. Really, I think the only thing that will get him less game time is if he's got discipline issues. Because didn't he get pick up yellow cards for fun last season?
Yeah, but I think that was Chelsea as a team were picking up cards for fun last season.
Yeah,
I don't think that's just a Jackson thing.
It's because of the mistakes we were
didn't he
making.
pick up a lot though? Like it would be kind of more so to the point where like they were just keep him, get away from the ref because he's gonna give you the card. DJ crazy.
No. It stands for Dick Jones. Sorry, don't let that fool you, TT. But look, on another subject, because I don't want to stick on Jackson too much. Just quickly, like, and I want to hear everyone's like just a brief. Like, what do we all think of Conceição? Because I personally think he's the most improved Chelsea player from what I've been seeing over the last few months. Because he is starting to look like that £100 million man. Because he's got the energy, not necessarily always deal. And I must admit, going to what Prime said about Sanchez, if there's one person guaranteed to place that Conceição into trouble, it is Robert Sanchez.
Yeah,
He loves passing that guy into danger. I have no way. That guy can be standing there waving his arms, doing that, saying, "Please don't pass me the ball," and Sanchez will still pass.
No.
Like, no ball. Yes, dirty joker. That's what it means. All right, fair enough. But yeah, so and I'll start off with TT if he's still there because he's popping off into the chat. What do you think on Conceição and his improvement this season? If Tyrone can hear me and he's not hearing the native tongue, like Tyrone, are you there? All right, when he comes back. So, all right, JPT, your thoughts on Moises Conceição?
He's looking like one of the first names like on the team sheet at this point. He has improved. Surprisingly, because I would have expected like playing next to Enzo, we would have expected like something what we saw last season before they switched to Gallagher. But it looks like it's working, and he's improving. And I can't wait till we see, even though Enzo is going to secure his spot in the 11. I would love to see the a pivot with Caicedo and Lavia because I think we will see clean sheets more often because we would just have more to control in the midfield. But Caicedo, yeah, he's really, like I said earlier, he's making his price tag look more worth it now because he just by off of last year's like we overpaid still like, but you see that he is improving. He is even to the point where I see people saying like he should be getting the captain's band if if Reese is going to be out for a while because Lord knows when we're
He's
going to see
already
him.
our third choice captain. Caicedo.
Exactly. So we kind of see like why not just give him the captain's band right now? Like take it off of Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, like why is he the captain? And James, like I said, James is like the captain, but
yeah, but the thing is about Reece James, isn't it? We always come back to debate. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, he can.
but he's not there.
play
Why are you
game in
gonna
shape.
captain from like
Yeah, that's
from like FaceTime? I don't know what he's gonna do. We're never gonna see him.
But hang on, but do you believe he's got the potential to be in the midfield? What he should be? He's not going to be a Makalele. He doesn't have that sort of ability because he can't smell danger like Makalele could. But do we believe we can get a guy that can do almost as good a job, or with the right partner next to him? What's the general feeling on Moises now?
I want to see him and Enzo for like a few more games. I like Caicedo. I didn't think he was worth the price. I don't think many players can be worth 100 mil. I think crazy money, but whatever. It's the day and age that we're in. But when I look at the players that were bought for 100 mil, him, Bellingham, Declan Rice, I think he's by far the better player. By far the better player.
Why did you say that? That's a bold statement to make because you wouldn't necessarily get anyone to agree that Moises has been a better signing for us than say Declan has for Arsenal. That's a hard statement to justify.
No, I didn't say better signing. I said better player. I think Caicedo will also prove to be a better signing in the.
Why is he a better player? I'm asking. I'm not criticizing.
Yeah, I think Caicedo will prove to be the better player in the future. But in terms of our better signing in the future, sorry, but in terms of being a better player, I'm one of the people who actually rate Declan Rice. I've been rating him since he broke through at West Ham. I think Declan Rice is a world class ball winner. I think as a defensive midfielder, he's world class. But once he then has the ball at his feet, I think he is quite average. He is not like in terms of his passing and like his ball retention is good, but that's because he's mainly passing it sideways and backwards. but in terms of his forward passes, his vision, and like controlling the ball, controlling the game from that side of things, I think he's quite average at doing that. I think Caicedo is much superior at it in terms of compared to Rice. Caicedo, okay, Caicedo. I don't think Caicedo's a DM, but he's like a ball winning eight. You know what I mean? Like a ball winning eight, a ball winning box to box. He is like, and I don't think he's like comparable in terms of greatness, but he is. It's like what I said about Kante, kind of. When people under Sarri were saying Kante is a DM, I disagreed because Kante as a sitter is not that good. But once he's allowed
he's a
to
defensive
roam,
destroyer. He'll go out and break up play.
once he's allowed to actually go forward and win the ball higher up the pitch, that's where you see the best out of him. That's what I think Caicedo is as well. So him and Enzo playing together is going to be interesting because I always thought Enzo should be playing a bit deeper, collecting the ball off the defense and being our metronome, and having Caicedo a bit further forward, like how Jorginho and Kante played together when we won the Champions League. But it seems like Maresca wants to do it the other way around. Now Caicedo play deeper and have Enzo further forward, which is interesting. But then when Lavia comes in the team, when Lavia's fit, he has to play because he's our only true DM. He can also play on the ball. He can do like a mix of what Caicedo and Enzo do individually. So once Lavia's playing in the team, then between Caicedo and Enzo, who plays depends probably on the game. If it's a bigger game, you'd probably put Caicedo in. But if you're playing like a lesser side, quote unquote, then you'd put Enzo in because we then keep the ball more and we can find like through balls. So it'll be interesting. And also, I read a stat that said that Enzo has made the most through balls in this league this season, which is very interesting.
Well, that's interesting, but unless they count as assists, and not many people are going to remember them, bro.
Yeah,
I hear you. Enzo is a good passer, though. Don't get me wrong. Creatively,
he's had a lot of assists taken away from him.
But a lot of people have ruined his assists, like Cole Palmer. You know that shot.
We got robbed of assist of the year. That was like all across Europe, the whole world. That was
no. I'm talking about the one Enzo played for Palmer in the first half before Palmer scored.
Oh no, I remember that. That was a beautiful assist. But I'm saying, we got because of the shit finishing we have up front.
Yeah,
or the refs.
The one. Remember against Man City when Gusto came on and Enzo in the left midfield space, he sprayed a ball on the right for Gusto to run in behind, and Gusto played a ball in.
Mm-hmm.
That there was no one in the box. If there's someone in there, he probably score from it, and then that makes the game 1-1. Like, so Enzo is like, I'm Enzo's like biggest critic. I don't like. I've been on him since I didn't want him. I don't rate him. And even the racism stuff makes it worse. But I can't also not going to have an agenda. Like, if he performs well, I will like say give him his.
Like, you give him his flowers when he deserves it. Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. We have a lot of different midfield profiles. I would rather we had kept one of Ovichukwu or Santos, because I would rather have, I guess, 5. Like, I like Drewsbury Hall. I like what he can give to us as well. And I would like for him to be starting a few more games just in terms of he understands the Maresca system. But to have a 5th midfielder, or at least a backup to Lavia mainly, have Ugochukwu stay a backup to Lavia. He's an actual defensive midfielder. I would have liked that, but I don't know. It is what it is. You have enough options anyway, so it's gonna be a very interesting season. Very interesting season.
Well, speaking of moving on to the rest of the season, we have a Europa Conference League tie. Was it Europa Conference League or Conference League Europa, whatever it is now? We have a game against Genk on Thursday. So, what do you guys? I think, are we all home or away? I think we're at home.
We're home.
We're at home. So, on going forward now, right? Because okay, I know a lot of people think because we're fourth in the Premier League, we flatter to deceive, and I think we do a little bit. So, do you guys believe? I was going to ask TT this as well, but you seem to have split. Do you guys believe that it's a case of we put all of our picks into one hat in terms of we try and build our way up the Premier League back in the Champions League spots? Or do we look at this competition as something serious to win? Me personally, I would love to win the Europa League conference because we'd be the only club in world football to win every single European title. So I would love to do that. And I mean every single one that there's ever been. Like we would have won them. So that would be an interest. What are you guys' feelings on it? Do you think that Europa Conference League is just a hindrance or is it a help? And I'll go with JPT, then I'll ask Prime.
I won't even say it's kind of neither, because I don't see a competition to get these, like I said, like what our main concern was the age of this team, very young. Trying to get them to used to European competition is fine. It's one thing. We have the squad depth to do this. Like look at the the options we have up in attack as our backups. That alone should carry us through, but making certain again for even with our backup squad is defense, because I still what is it, not secure with Benoit, not secure with Isasi. It does give Jorgensen some game time, so at least he can see if we can hopefully find a replacement for Sanchez, to also justify, the reason we bought him. But yeah, no, I don't see it as a hindrance. But yeah, it is not really a good thing because it is, more game time that we needed to. But I'm so happy that we're in a in a European competition. You said something earlier. To completing the set, dude. I'm telling you right now, Madrid is not worried about completing the set. If they were in the situation we are, I mean, yeah, we're in it. We need to go and win it. But as far if we were in Europa this year, I would be like, yeah, we don't have to complete the set. That means how the hell did you go from Champions League to Europa Conference League in the span of like 5 years?
British government.
Yeah, but still.
You asked me, I told you. That's the answer. That's the answer.
But
that's the answer.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is the answer. But the thing is that still, like, you should be. That should be a fucking soundbite. That's the answer.
That's the answer. That is. That's the answer. That's how we went from this to this, back to trying to get back up there again. It's the British government.
My point is that, yeah, I wasn't really worried about completing the set, but now that we're given the opportunity, why not? But yeah, no, I think it's good. Let them know that they can win European competition, and like when we get back into Champions League, with the way we're playing and finish top 4, let's see what they can do.
Well, give them a taste for winning.
Yeah,
that's the thing. If they can get a competition under their belt, and I think Prime made this example a couple of weeks ago, like Mourinho in his first spell, just win your first trophy. Don't matter what it is, but win your first one, then you can get into the habit of it, and then you win more, etc. So But Prime, how are you feeling about the Europa Conference League? Do you think it's something we should be concentrating on, or do you think it's just something we should just blow off to one side?
I'm comfortable. Like I told you guys, go win it. We're going to win this Conference League. We have to, and we don't even need to use our heavy hitters, at least in this group stages. Like, we saw the team against who did we play? Barrow. That's a similar-esque team that we should be putting out.
It's another cup competition.
Wait, but people would have said the same thing about Svet, and Svet beat us.
Mm-hmm. But we made it through.
But we did, yes, okay, but we didn't take that Svet game seriously, but we will take these games seriously.
I hope
we knew we were always going to beat Svet. These Conference League games we will take seriously because it's a chance to win a trophy. People can say it's Conference League. Fine. Chelsea shouldn't be in the Conference League, but we're in it, so go win it. Who cares? Just win the trophy.
Government.
Like at the end of the day, I'd rather end the season with a trophy than not win a trophy.
Exactly. Yeah.
So who cares? Just win it. Hopefully we win a domestic as well because I'm sick of this Wembley curse apparently that we have. So win Conference League, win a Carabao, or win an FA Cup, I'm happy. Even if we don't get top 4 and we finish 5th, I'll still be happy. And then next season we build. That's what I want. So
Well, we're
Yeah,
gonna get through this
I think
season
so.
first.
Yeah,
We
but I
got
think
rid of
there's
the
no
reason
reason.
why we lost those competitions too, because good lord,
Yeah.
Pulisic, Mount, Havertz cooking right now, but
Yeah.
the first two.
But Havertz is not cooking. He's performing the same
Bro,
way. he did.
Havertz is doing okay, bro. The
No,
last
No,
goal he
I was saying, but
bounced
he's
off
on exact. What did you see
He's
the
not
Champions League
cooking.
game?
He's not
It was
cooking.
it was a good goal. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I
I
forgot
don't.
about tonight.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't care. He's performing the same way he performed with us. He's not cooking.
Mm.
I'm just saying he's on a streak, bro. He's like
Yeah, I
he
hear
scored
you.
in 2 games back to
I
back.
hear you, but
Yeah, he did
PSG.
that at Chelsea.
Did
Yeah.
anyone rate that PSG performance tonight?
Oh, they were shit.
PSG are not good. PSG have been shit for a very long time. But
Yeah.
because
Look,
they've had
with no Mbappe, that team looks.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah,
PSG's changed the name to
I think
pretty shit gang. Like
regardless,
it's
listen,
horrible.
we get
Man.
through that group. Get through this group. We don't need Palmer. We don't need
Yep.
Sancho or whatever. We don't need like heavy guys. Just
We're
win
not
it.
gonna hit the emergency button.
Not until like maybe we get to semi-finals or something, or until we meet say Fiorentina. But aside from that, just win it. That's all I care about.
I'm big up to the Blue Sister in the building as well, because apparently I'm just reading it as well, and she messaged me about earlier. Rosie said about Dortmund to Celtic, where Dortmund absolutely sponged Celtic 7-1. So just from her to all the other the Celtic fans. At least that's what I got earlier. So
It was Adeyemi with a hat trick, I think.
Yeah, Adeyemi.
Karim Adeyemi.
My Nigerian man, Adeyemi.
He's a good player.
So,
I thought we should have signed him. I thought he's a good player. Because when he played against us a couple of seasons ago, he looked quick and he looked.
Hey, he's not that good. He shouldn't be at Chelsea, but I'm happy he got. Also,
well, he's
GPT.
not at Chelsea, but...
for your your little personal stuff, it's Nigerian Independence Day. Just thought you'd know. In case you want to DM anyone.
Let's go.
In case you want to DM anyone and let them know.
Damn. Prime officially invited me to the cookout. That's dope.
I'm just saying, listen, you do your own stuff. I'm not involved.
True. But I can't remember, bro. My Instagram got disabled for no reason, so I can't really contact. Either way,
well, yeah, I know, because I tried to sort out the London thing group earlier, and I suddenly thought, shit, I can't add JPT to it. So I was just thinking, damn, what am I supposed to do with that now?
Yeah, the appeal didn't stand. So apparently, I'm pretending to be a business.
It's delicious, not England getting put out of the Euros. But
he's stalking midgets.
He's stalking. Who's what? JPT stalking midgets. Mind your language there, Rosie. Like, how dare you use the word midgets on this channel? Like, stalking not so bad, but don't push it with your undertones. Okay, don't bring it down. We can't afford that. So anyway, are we all expecting you win? That's why he's been evicted for Instagram for stalking me.
Oh fuck! Goddamn mosquito.
No. No one's laughing at what you're saying, Brian. She's saying the reason why JPT got banned from Instagram.
No, not that. DJ Crane said something, or said I said something funny like a while ago.
I don't know. Can he repeat it? I don't know. So what do you guys expect the scoreline to be against Genk on Thursday? Do you expect them to just get rolled over or what?
As long as we keep a clean sheet, as long as we win with a clean sheet, I'll take a 2-0. But right now with how we're playing, I'm gonna guess 4-1 at least.
Rice is world class.
Only if it's
I said he's a world class defensive midfielder.
Oh, okay. Let's say Rice is world class. Yeah, especially Muller-Rice.
I think being world class in your position, I think, is different from being a world class footballer.
Rosie says world.
I think those are two different things.
There's a world class footballer and there's a world class defensive midfielder. There's a world class defender. A world class defender can't play as a world class striker. I do understand what you mean. There's position mastery and then there's general player mastery. Not many people are general player masters, if you know what I mean. Like, not many people are ballers. Not on that level anymore. Not like a Gerrard who could play right back if you needed him to, or something like that.
That's not even what I mean. That's not even what I mean. I just mean Rice has certain attributes which work for him as a defensive midfielder, but if you tell him to play as like a deep line playmaker, which, same position, quote unquote, but different roles, he wouldn't be able to do it. But yeah.
Yeah. So what's your so JPT? Were you going for a 2-0 scoreline for Genk?
No, I'm saying like as long as we keep a clean sheet, but I'm
Big
predicting
up, Happy in the building. How you
Oh.
doing, honey?
the Hammerettes in the building. Let's go. But I'm guessing 4-1, but I'll be happy with the 2-0. I just want to keep a clean sheet. Just make sure that the defense is showing discipline. It's not over stupid mistakes like we been seeing in Wolves, now Brighton. So yeah, just 4-1 Chelsea.
Okay. Prime, what's your prediction for your scoreline tomorrow?
Last time I predicted Chelsea to get a clean sheet, we conceded first. So that was against the Brighton at the weekend. I thought we'd win 4-0. And so I think this game, I don't know. As long what GPT said, as long as we get a clean sheet. But realistically, actually, no, it's going to be a second team. Jorgensen will be in goal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should I give my prediction and come back to you?
No, 3-0 Chelsea. 3-0 Chelsea. Let's go.
3-0. All right, okay. I was going to go maybe 3-1. I was going to say 3-1 because I think, DJ Crane says 5-0. If Happy wants to chip in with a scoreline as well, please do so.
50 Cent.
But I think we're still going to be all over the place defensively, particularly with a second string team. So I think if we can get it going forward, I think we'll score 3-1. Right, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Our defending with our first string team is laughable as it is. So I can only imagine what's going on with our second. Oh mate, yeah. Hopefully it's not a defensive butchering. You just copying me. You just copying me, Brosif, or copying you? What are you trying to say, Brosif?
Copying.
Yeah, am I
I think she's celebrating Celtics death.
Are you copying me? Yeah, I am. No, I'm joking. But yeah, but I expect a comfortable win. These are the games if we're going to go through as Chelsea, the Chelsea that we're not supposed to be in there. I reckon Chelsea have F. Okay. Thank you, Happy. Happy says 3-1 as well. So, because that defense still gives me nightmares, man. As a defender myself, I still think. What do you mean? I said it first. I said 3-1 first, you cheeky cow. Don't start on me. Not my own stream. Put up your dukes. You know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully, as I said, no injuries. With games like this, I don't want to see no Gusto out for like 6 months. Or Reece James coming back and getting sent off, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, no, you didn't. No, you did. Oh, I changed my mind then. 2-0. Oh, fucking hell. Here we go then. Like, this is gonna get terrible. Everyone's gonna keep on changing their minds now. But yeah, on the goalkeeping situation, if Jorgensen proves that he can keep a clean sheet on Thursday, do you guys believe he should start knocking on the door to replace Sanchez? Because this is an interesting one. Because this is this talented goalkeeper we supposedly signed for Villarreal. He's supposed to be this super goalkeeper in the future. Like, what do you believe is going to happen with him?
Probably want to go first.
I mean, we'll see over the course of the season. And as much as I like Jorgensen and I want him to be I wanted him to be first choice, but I thought Sanchez would make a lot more mistakes. Sanchez hasn't really done much wrong to warrant him being dropped per se. So Sanchez is going to keep playing.
There's a distribution issue with him as well, I think.
I mean, yes and no, because he made the mistake against Brighton, but other than that, I don't think he's made any distribution errors. Like the goal against Wolves, the Palmer goal against Wolves. The Jackson assist.
Mm-hmm.
That came from Sanchez.
Yep. I think
So-
he's made some mistakes early in the season. I think the Bournemouth game comes up where they didn't force a goal, but I think Kukurea got a yellow card. I'm not sure if that was Sanchez or someone else in playing from the back, but there's been mistakes he's made in the season. Just didn't lead to goals, but still puts us in bad situations.
That's why I said if your name's Moises Cancedo, run. Just run. Stay away. I must have watched a different game versus Brighton. Okay. Need to get Budgie in to get some order around here. He's probably playing darts or something. But look, we'll have to just see. What are you doing? Are you at work on Thursday, JPT, or what? Are you not around for a watch along?
I got work in the day, so I won't be able to make it.
All right. Well, if Prime's, I know I didn't do a watch along on the other day, but I should be able to do one on Thursday. So if Prime's available, you should hopefully see me and him. FPL career. Not capturing Palmer last week. Oh dear.
How many points did he get? I don't know if anyone plays FPL.
Fantasy Premier League, yeah.
Yeah, anyone play? Like, anyone know what he got? By making a captain? Jeez, it's been a while. I can't keep up with it. I get too distracted with this already.
Wait, what's all this? And I suggested a slideshow of hot men and happy and nothing. Yeah. JP turned to the left and cough.
With one hand.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, as I said, big up to everyone that's jumped into the chat because we're gonna round it off then because like we just have to sit.
It's not a cough, it's a hug too of it.
You know what I mean? Like I'll get you know what I mean?
Oh God, 25. Good Lord.
Wait, who's 25?
No,
no. The score on the Fantasy Premier League. Basically, Happy's not happy.
Unhappy Gilmore. This is what I call it.
I'd be happy with 24 hot men. Rosie, you sound like a fucking slut. What? Like, how did we get onto that? Like, never mind. Yeah, okay. So yeah, but big up to everyone in the chat.
Hey, do you, bro? Do you, bro?
Me? Like, what do you mean, do you? I never said I'd be happy with...
Do you, bro? Hey, do you, bro? Hey, listen, we don't judge, man. It's okay, we don't judge.
It's alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my missus will say she's pretty confident she knows what sex about. Like, yeah, I am. No way, no worries, mate. You can the proof's in the pudding.
I'm talking about Rosie because that's who you're talking about.
Oh right, okay, well, she can do that. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, whatever floats her Scottish boat. I'm actually smashing my league. Actually, all right then, fair enough. Just one would do me, Rosie. Oh dear. Bad luck for the girls, eh? Oh, you go. Sure, there you go. Right at the end. There's my miss. Very much so. There you go.
I'm sure one would do.
Oh well, she's Scottish, you see, so it's hard pickings up there. Feel for her.
I mean, it shouldn't. I don't know. It shouldn't be hard for women, to get. Never mind. End the stream.
This is gonna. Yeah, I was like, please don't.
Yeah. Anyway, big up to everyone that's been in the chat.
Next question is gonna be, what color is your Bugatti? That's what this sounds like. Please tell me we're not going to that conversation. End the stream.
Yeah. On another side note, we're out of it. Bye.